Hi, Luna.
Hey guys, DylanSchuyler here with Buddhist Sorcery #2. And if you guys haven't guessed from what I'm wearing, it is Valentine's Day, and it's also finally we getting around to talking about color. So yay! So I'm not gonna talk about all the colors at once. I already tried filming that once and I got really tired at the end. I'm gonna take them one by one, so that means this is going to be a many-parter. We obviously have all 7 colors in the chakras, and then also we got like black, white, and brown, so I'm also gonna be talking about those as well, so it's like probably like 10 episodes this is gonna take. So yeah, I may end up also doing like little break videos here and there. I'm not gonna do it all in a line just because that's gonna make me get kind of annoyed that this is just gonna keep going on and on. But we will just kind of do like episode 1 of color, red, and then episode 2 is orange kind of thing. So that's kind of like my plan with that. I'm also an artist, so I really get into like color and stuff. If you haven't kind of noticed from my outfit, I really like to feel the color and vibe with it before I just kind of like dive into it. So to start off, red is a very grounding color. It's a very here and now. It is your I am out of your chakras system. It is the bottom one, and it's located right beneath where your sexual organs are. So that's where it's kind of located on your body. It kind of touches your body, but also sort of not at the same time. It also is the chakra. There's more chakras beneath that, but this is the main one that's known. There's more than 7 chakras, but we're just going to start with baseline, like the 7 chakras, later on when we get more into chakras and talking about that. I will talk about the other ones, because I think there's like, I know there's more than 14, and the 14 that I know, is like what I know, so I need to really dive into that too, so I'm gonna have to study that for you guys. But yeah, red is the base chakra. It helps you connect to the earth. It's kind of like, if you want to, because like some people who are new to this is gonna find it a little confusing, because it's like, oh, the earth is like greens and browns and neutrals, like where's the red? So we're gonna go even further than just like the crust surface of like kind of those colors and like whites and all the neutrals. So you're going into like the center of the earth, the crust where all the magma and the lava is. That's where like the base chakra kind of connects you to. The iron core crystal is kind of what it's called. So red is your grounding color. If you want to also be seen, it is the I am, here I am kind of color. It helps you be present. It helps you be noticed. If you want to wear it to an interview, it usually will stick out into the interviewer's head. If you do well in the interview or if you do bad in the interview, we'll define it from then, and then they'll be like, oh yeah, the person wearing red was just kind of like whatever. But or it could be like the person wearing red really caught my attention. I really like them, kind of thing. So wearing red really makes you stick out. And wearing it like on the top of your head also can bring you back into your body, make you stop being so like floaty away, not really here and now kind of thing. So that's kind of like where red is. Some of the stuff that I have, this is like my notes from my class. I'll talk about it a little bit, but I'm not gonna like read it word for word because it's not my work, it is my teacher's work. So I'll just kind of like go over it a little bit. I kind of already have touched on what it says a little bit. Red is a bit more of an extroverted color versus an introverted color, but that's kind of common for anything that's like warm. Any cool tones are usually more like introverted colors. Kind of the same with black and brown as well, but black's not technically a color, it's a shade. So we don't need to go into that yet, but yeah, it kind of emphasis on like survival and like it's our blood, so it's very like primal as well. Putting it in like your bedroom space is not always the most recommended because it can bring up the feeling of anger as well. So if you find that you have a lot of anger issues and you spend a lot of time with the color red, you may be throwing your other chakras off balance by wearing too much and wearing it too often. That can kind of happen. So to kind of offset that, wear something like cool toned. Let's see. In China, it is kind of a color of good luck. So you'll see like people who celebrate Chinese tradition put the color red on their front door, which resembles good luck, good fortune, prosperity. So it will bring the energy into the space because it's on the front door. You'll find like some Chinese restaurants kind of do that sometimes as well. Also, happy Chinese New Year, as it was last weekend. It is the year of the wood dragon, so we got some grounding energies with that, and the dragon is a very powerful energy and will bring a lot of stuff up forward for us to kind of like work on and heal and kind of progress. And this is also an election year, so that's interesting how that kind of is tying together a little bit. So yeah, and so I'm not going to dive too much into that because I do have a bit of anxieties and stuff on that. So yay. But yeah, and so red is also like one of our primary colors, so it's definitely like a primary, like out there kind of in your face. I mean, blue kind of can be sometimes. I mean, we see more of a spectrum of blue than any other colors, so there's that. But we're talking about red right now, not really blue. My brain's like, I want to talk about cool colors. And I'm like, I put on red for us to talk about red. But my brain, I'm like, naturally, I love cool tone colors, so focusing completely on just like one color and it just being red is a little bit of a hard focus for me, but it's also like a fun little challenge, so that's fun. Um, so if you wanted to know what day of the week the color red kind of vibes with, which each day of the week does have a color that vibes with each of them. So that would be Tuesday, that has the color red vibe with it the best. Today's a Wednesday though, so I guess I'm doing it on the wrong day. um, so there's that. And then there's also, if you were giving a red rose to your lover today, you would be kind of giving this feeling of love, and for especially if it's like a long stem rose, and it's red, then it means that like this is our love, this is our love for like life, this is our love forever kind of thing. I'm not remembering the exact definition of like the red roses at the moment, but I know it's like love and passion is like the foremost feelings that kind of go with it as well. So then, like, a fun little fact that I actually didn't really know too much, but my teacher kind of put onto her piece of paper here. Brides wear red in Chinese culture. So instead of like our Western traditional culture where we always usually wear white, Chinese tradition can usually call for red to be worn at their weddings. So I think that's a fun little thing, and that kind of ties in with their wealth and prosperity and like having red on their front door as well. And then she also wrote down that ruby rings should always be worn like on the left hand. So I guess if your lover was to propose to you with a ruby ring, then that would be totally fine. But it also, so ruby would be like a really good grounding stone as well. Ruby is also a good prosperity stone, as ruby is always known as like wealth kind of thing, and a lot of like old medieval like TV shows or movies. Red is also kind of the color of Mars, and Mars is the planet of like war and like moving forward, getting out of like places and moving into places. It can create conflict as well. So that's kind of like the negative side effects a little bit of red as well, where you're just like, you can get a little bit into like wars and anger and apparently it's windy today, and then things just kind of like happen. So it is a move forward, amplify kind of energy, and the star sign that goes with Mars as well is Aries. So you got that Ram energy. It's also the first one in the astrology series, so you got even more of the I am feelings and energy there, where it's like, here we go, this is going. I'm kind of the most important because I am number one, basically. I'm the first in line. I am always here kind of thing. And then Mars kind of like amplifying that energy of being like, yeah, we're number one. I am hard-headed. We're going through this, and if you don't want to listen to me, then we're at war kind of thing. So that's kind of like ties in with the color red as well. And then so it is like a very fiery, heated energy, and if you add it into a painting, you can amplify someone's like anxiety as well. So if you look at a painting and it's just like solid red, the paintings that have like just solid red and then like that block of white, I think you guys know what painting I'm talking about. I'll link it right now. Um, but yeah, that's the painting. And so it can bring up anxiety, and for some reason Whenever I look at this painting, I'm just kind of like, it's stupid that it's so popular and that like most people know what I'm talking about, and the fact that it's just a solid red and it's like so expensive and so well known and like super popular. So I find that obnoxious. But like getting a solid color on a canvas is very difficult. So props to him. Whenever I look at that painting, I'm just like, no, it doesn't do it for me. But then also, when you look at like older paintings, it's very like neutral and brown, but then sometimes there is reds and stuff in there, and it kind of gives it like a powerful feeling. So red also used to be like a color of kings before purple was really more introduced. Red is where it kind of started as a royal color, and especially if it's like a red, vibrant red kind of thing instead of like a more dulled down, muddy red. And so it can also mean danger as well. And so red, when you think of like a stop sign, it is danger. You need to stop. You shouldn't keep going. You need to be cautious about like what's going on. Or if you're at a traffic light and if you have them sideways or up and down, whichever way, you do have red in there somewhere, and it usually does mean stop, and you need to like not be going anymore, because if you do, then you're gonna be in danger kind of thing. And like if animals or like the bull sees the red, it makes him angry. He charges at it, which bulls are male, so that's why I'm saying he. And so animals can recognize it as like a danger color as well, or it makes them angry. Obviously, as I said earlier, it's the color of blood, so it can be even more danger as well, like especially if there's a lot of blood, like that's danger, you're dying kind of thing, like you're in danger kind of thing. So that's that, and it is a very strong symbol for life and vitality. So it can, if you put it on your altar, not only will, I mean, if you're intentionally thinking about Chinese culture a little bit too, it can bring in prosperity, but then it can also like amplify and ground the energy on your altar. So then it makes it so everything can come to fruition a little bit more, and then things can get manifested a little bit quicker and brought forward. It can bring up some anger, but that could also be good because then you're able to confront it. So there's that as well. And let's see, it brings like focus to the essence of life and living with an emphasis on survival, obviously because of the blood. So it is difficult to find some, like when you find red berries, that could either mean it is super poisonous or it's something yummy. When you see a vibrant frog or something with a very, very bright color, and if it has like reds and stuff on it, here's a couple pictures of them. It can be a little bit like, oh boy, am I going to touch that and die kind of thing. So yeah. And so, I mean, red is also a color of passion and lust, so it's not all bad. And so passion, it can be like you're got your trail of roses leading to your bedroom, so that's exciting, and that's like, oh, follow this, my lover, have something fun come over here kind of thing. And so there's your passion. And so, and then it can also be lustful because it's like if you get it too much, then you're gonna start lusting for it. And sometimes when you notice like a lady in a red dress, she's usually trying to get like attention on her and get maybe like a rise out of the guys or the rise out of the gals, whatever she's into, or they're into, I shouldn't be assuming. And so it's a very powerful color, and it's usually like, here I am, look at me kind of attitude usually. And so you want to put it where you want to manifest enthusiasm and interest, and you want to bring more energy and power into the space, and it is an action color. So if you want to get more active, like you want to do more gym workouts and stuff, you want to wear the color red. Or if you find yourself just kind of sitting there being a little bit lethargic, wear the color red. It is a very masculine color as well, because if you think about little boys, a lot of times they'll gravitate towards like fire trucks or something, or like they'll just want to be wearing red all the time. So it can be a very masculine color, but it also can be very feminine, again, because when you're thinking about a woman when she's wearing her red dress, that is very feminine, and it's very sexy kind of thing. And so it can protect you from your fears and anxieties, but it can also amplify them as well. So you gotta be kind of careful with it and use it in like small increments if you do struggle with anxiety, but it can also ground your anxiety and help you deal with it and be more present with it, and then address it and work through it better. So it can help you work through it, but don't overdo it, obviously, because if you do wear too much of one color, you are going to throw yourself off balance, and that it's not going to really work very well. And so when it comes to a room organization thing, because there can be energies of colors in your spaces, and put them in specific spots to amplify the energy of it, you don't have to follow this way that I'm going to be kind of addressing. Here's a picture of what I usually do for color in my spaces. I usually like to put a little bit of red on my front door because I like Chinese tradition. It does vibe with me very well. And so, as you saw in the picture, it is straight back in your space. And the original design with this kind of space was kind of like a octagon. Or, and so your entrance ways in the front, and then you'd have your colors here, your colors here, and then your colors here, and then red would be in the back here. So it'd be kind of like red in the front, red in the back. And so that would be like amplifying back and forth, kind of giving the grounding energy of all the other spaces. And then if you have your color yellow in the middle, it like powers it. So it's like kind of a battery almost. You can imagine that, where it's like you're gonna be giving and receiving at the same time, and it's like it's just going back and forth. And so the red in the back of the house, the energy in that space usually would be passion and your sexual energies and your relationships and your intimate ones especially. So your romance as well will be there. So I do put reds there. I don't have as much red as I normally would have when I first just was in a bedroom instead of a whole house. I did put a lot of red in that area. I had even like red curtains in that area. So that's kind of how I've been dealing with that. Covers mainly what I had like addressed on my teacher's piece of paper. I could keep circulating round and round talking about what it is, but anything that you want to bring energy to and ground yourself. If you just came out of a meditation as well, putting red on your feet or wearing the color red will help bring you back into your body. Obviously, also sugar will do that as well. That's why a lot of times you'll find like psychics craving sugar after like doing their sessions with their clients. You'll also find them wanting like reds, like maybe an apple or something like that, or strawberries even, which strawberries are actually really, really good for helping balance and regulate your period if you do get periods. So it's red, obviously, and it is good for that as well. Let's see, I'm trying to see. And so on my altar, I do not have too much red on it currently. I used to have red on it. I had like my gold cloth that I keep on my lamp now, and then I also had the red that's at the top of it on it, and that really helped ground me for during the year that I was really not wanting to be present for, because my mom passed away. And this is one of my mom's jackets. It's really cute. It has a heart on it. This is kind of me being like, here you go, mama, here's your Valentine's gift, I guess, or something. And so, like, pretty much everything I just said about red is a lot of things that she also taught me as well, not just my teacher. My mom was a huge influence on that, and so red is also a really great color for emphasizing the below aspects of as above, so below. And you're going to hear me talk about this little phrase every single time because I very much vibe with it, and I use it in my everyday life all the time, because as above, so below, that is also as within, so without, as with here, so elsewhere. So red's way of like getting involved in that is it's the below and it's as the above, so then you're kind of binding the energies, and you're also like grounding yourself and making them kind of intertwine and manifest a lot more quicker and faster. So that's how it kind of gets interpreted in that a little bit. There is like some good, really good meditations for helping you balance your base chakra. I was thinking of possibly doing a little bit of a meditation to help you guys like balance yourself with the color red a little bit. Some people don't like the color red. That's okay, because it's very loud, and if you're an introvert, it makes a lot of sense to why you don't. But it definitely will help you if you struggle with like socializing. It may put the spotlight on you too much, but it may also give you a confidence boost as well, which is a great thing about the color red. So it gives you the freedom of you and lets you kind of communicate with it a little bit better. So if you guys wanted to kind of do a little bit of like a meditation to like vibe with the color red a little bit, you guys can like kind of sit down, get a little comfy, make sure you have your feet like flat on the ground, and put your like hands on your knees, because that's your ego, and you're gonna be trying to like connect with your ego. Ego is very earth-based, so that is you connecting with your ego. And so now I want you guys to kind of close your eyes, and so now we're gonna start picturing the color red in our head. And if you can't picture it in your head, you can kind of keep your eyes open and look at my shirt or look at my heart on me here, just so you can like kind of get it a little bit. You can also put a red light on in your room if you have anything like that. If you have like LEDs, and you can change it to that. So just kind of like sit with yourself a little bit, and I want you guys to kind of take a deep breath in. I want you to start to feel the color red. And now I'm going to ask you to close your eyes if you haven't already. And Try to visualize it as much as you possibly can. If you're not good at visualizing, do your best. Just close your eyes and picture the color red. And feel the weight of the color. Feel how heavy it can be. And feel it kind of drawing you down. And what you're going to do now is you are going to try to connect with the earth and the iron core crystal in the center of the earth. So with this, we are going to keep holding the color red in our head, and you're going to feel yourself kind of get drawn down, and you're going to feel yourself kind of sinking out of your body, like you're sinking down into the earth. And you're going to kind of feel yourself going down through the crust, and you're going to feel like the rockiness of the earth, the dirt on the surface. If it's summertime, a little bit of maybe like the grassiness, a little bit of like the freshness, if there's a little bit of dew on the grass. You're going to feel yourself kind of going down through this. You're going to feel the rocks, and then you're going to feel like maybe some crystals as you pass by down them, and going down, down, down. You're going to feel the heat of the earth and feel how hot and warm and comfortable that is. You're going to find yourself kind of easing your way into the core. Now the lava at the core is not going to burn you. It's just going to keep you warm. You can feel the heat in your palms and on the bottom of your feet. You may feel it on the top of your head a little bit too. So you're going to feel the heat. You're going to feel it throughout your body as well. And then you're also going to be drawing the energy up through your other chakras to kind of heat them up and give them power from the earth. And in the core, we are going to move closer to this crystal that's in the center. Now it can be a little bit dark. It could be a very dark maroon, a little bit hints of brown, maybe a little bit of hints of black. It's an iron, so you can feel the metals, but it's a hot metal, so it's heated up. You're gonna connect your base chakra with it, still keeping your connection with your body. You're gonna feel the energy going from your spirit that's now taking a step into the iron core crystal. You're gonna kind of open it up like it's a door, and then kind of close it back up and sit down inside of it. And you're gonna sit down basically the same way that your body is when you started your journey downward. And you're gonna feel your connection back up to your body. Could be a chain, could be a link of just red light, could be a link of white light. Whatever your link is, you're going to send this grounded iron core crystal energy up to yourself. You're going to feel it filling your base chakra up and clearing it, letting go of anything that does not serve you, and balancing the energy of it to help you move forward and progress towards anything that you are working towards. And if you do not have any set goals, ask it to help guide you towards one. so you may find your purpose. Now, if you're living in chaos right now, or you feel you are, ask the iron core crystal to remove your anxieties, to remove the energies that do not serve you. Let go of your current issues and unstable feelings. And you're going to feel yourself relax and release. Letting go of what does not serve you. Now that your base chakra is feeling nice and clear, you can still feel the heat of it circulating in a clockwise motion. All blockages have been cleared. Any holes or anything else that does not belong there has now been removed. You feel how light it feels now, but also very grounded and connected to the earth. Now you're going to send a red line up through the other chakras. You do not want to fill them, you just want to keep them connected with the red line. You're going to feel it going up through your sacral, which is your sexual chakra, located right beneath your belly button. And then your power chakra, which is located on your stomach, a little bit above your belly button. And then up into your heart, which is in the center of your chest. And then you're going to feel it go up into your throat, around where your Adam's apple is, and then to your third eye, where it's in the middle of your forehead, and up to the top of your head, and up through, connecting it to the universe. And then you're going to feel the universe send it back and clear the other chakras, letting go of anything that does not serve you. Now, you should feel nice and relaxed. Still nice and warm inside that iron crystal. Now I want you to thank the iron crystal for helping you. Ask it to help you ground yourself when you feel you need it, or when it knows you need it. Now you're going to get up and open the door again and close it back up. You're going to start your journey back up to your body, going back through the hot lava that's just warm enough to keep you toasty and comfortable. And then you're going to go back through the crust, seeing the crystals and the rocks that you are passing by. Coming back up through the snow, the grass, the dew, and then back up into your space, back into your body. You're going to feel your hands still on your knees, feel your feet on the floor, feel the breath in your chest. Eyes moving beneath your eyelids. Take a deep breath. And again. And one more time. Now open your eyes. Hello. Welcome back to me in my red clothes. Alright, so now that you've been able to connect with the color red, I hope that you're able to call it upon you when you need a little bit of grounding and security. And now you know a meditation you may do real quick, real simple, real easy whenever you feel a little bit unsafe, a little bit anxious, a little bit not so much grounded and connected to yourself the way you feel right now. You should feel very relaxed and ready to go and move. This would be a really great meditation to start your day out with, and then it would also be a really great meditation to get yourself motivated, especially if you're feeling a little bit depressed and you can't get yourself to do none. So, breathe. And just remember, nothing lasts forever. Everything is temporary.
If you're having a bad day, just remember, there's somebody out there pulling a door that says push. Fucking dumbass.
And I thank you guys for watching this episode of Red. Cue the Taylor Swift songs. Nah, not really. But maybe now you're gonna go listen to her Red album. Alright. Thank you guys for watching another episode of my Buddhist Sorcery, and I hope this helped you feel a little bit more grounded in yourself, and I hope you were able to connect with the color red, and maybe you're gonna go wear that red dress to a party or something. Hey, if you're a guy, why the fuck not? It's a power move. Alright, have a great day, and if you guys want to give me a thumbs up if you liked my meditation and a little bit of commentary I had on the color red. If I missed anything, please leave a comment, because I don't want to have missed anything. I tried my best to remember everything and cover everything, but I'm only human. I miss things. It happens. So I would love to see your guys' comments and what your take on the color red is for you, and how you vibe with it, or even if you don't vibe with it at all. And that might mean you need a little bit more grounding in your life. But yeah, please give me a thumbs up, give me a subscribe, find me on my other socials if you want to try to chat with me, add me on Snapchat if you want. Hope to see you guys for the next episode. It'll be orange. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day, time, night, whatever time you're listening to this at or watching this at. Thank you again. Bye!